Hi friends, thank you so much for joining me today. I thought I'd do something a little bit different with this video and take you along with me as I go thrifting at my local Goodwill for just anything under the sun. I really don't get the chance to go out too often, and today was one of those days where my husband and I happened to be able to drop off my kids at grandma and grandpa's, and we just had the baby and decided to make a little date out of it. So there is a Goodwill up the street and I'd been wanting to go thrifting for a while. So my husband said, let's go to Goodwill. And so we did. And as you can see here, we have a cart filled with all kinds of fun and beautiful finds. A lot of what we found is going to be pieces for my son's room, but I also found some great finds for just our living area and even for my little girls as well. So I'd say it was a really successful day at the thrift store. Now this book is one of the most beautiful books I've ever seen. It's about little girls, and I have two daughters of my own. And when I was going through the book and looking at the pictures, I thought, wow, what a great example of what it means to be feminine. And I thought a lot of the pictures encompassed what sisterhood looks like. I have a sister of my own, and we're actually the same age difference as my two daughters. And so for me, it's just so special thinking that my little girls will have a close relationship with each other the way that my sister and I have. Now this Robin Hood book I thought was really beautiful. My son loves chivalry and knights and castles, and so I thought this was the perfect book for him. And I believe books at Goodwill, children's books at Goodwill, at least the one that I went to, were $1 or less. And so I thought this was a great price for such a beautiful story. Now this was an amazing find. This Thomas book was in pristine shape. Just the cover had a little bit of a tear, but I took that part off. The interior of the book was as if no one had ever read it. So it was practically brand new. And since he loves Thomas, I thought this would be a great read for him. This was a really fun storybook for my son, and I highly recommend it for anyone who has little boys. It has everything that little boys love: trucks and fire engines and cars, airplanes, pirates, cowboys, you name it. What I really loved though were the photos, the pictures inside of the book. They were so vibrant and detailed. I try to look for books that have beautiful illustrations for my kids, and this one definitely fit the bill. Just giving you an idea here of what those illustrations look like. We're out in the country, so right now my son's really liking cowboy things as well. He wants to have a cowboy hat for his birthday along with a belt and cowboy boots, so we'll see what we can do about that. Now I've been looking for a hurricane glass to fit a candle in, and this one was 99 cents, so I couldn't pass it up. All right, so from everything that I purchased at Goodwill, this is my favorite find. I have really been looking for a basket like this, and I haven't been able to justify paying full price for one. So when I saw this one at $7.99 and in such wonderful shape, I was so happy to bring this home with me. I'm thinking about putting maybe some homeschool supplies in here, toys, or maybe some flowers cascading over the basket. This anchor here was actually broken up in two pieces. I found the top part on a different shelf, and I realized that it went together, and so the lady at Goodwill gave it to me for an even more reduced price than it already was. But that shade of blue was just so masculine, and it ties in beautifully with some of the other things that I'd like to incorporate in my son's bedroom. This solid wood basketball hoop was another one of my favorite finds at $3.99. My son loves basketball, so I can see him enjoying having something like that in his bedroom. Now this wire basket was $3.99, so not the most affordable price, but I thought it has a locker room feel to it, and it has a little bit of that sports theme that I'm trying to tie together. This lattice basket bowl I thought was just so beautiful, and it's not an antique, but it was only $3.99, and it really caught my eye because of the pattern, so maybe I'll use it as a fruit bowl or something in my kitchen area. This organizer was also at an amazing price. It was $7.99, and it's wicker and in really great shape. So I'm hoping to use this in our homeschool room. I was a little torn about whether or not I should use this in my son's room because I like the wood tone and how it blends with the other woods that I'm bringing in, but I think it'll serve a better purpose where we have our school supplies, and this way everyone can enjoy this beautiful organizer. And I'm just going to give you a sneak peek here at all of the things that I'm trying to bring together for this space. As you can see, it's not quite a little boy's bedroom yet, but we're getting there. As he gets a little bit older, we'll make that transition for him. But at this time, we're using it as a nursery for people who come and visit with us. I have a lot of friends who've recently had babies, and I like this space for them so that they can have a quiet spot to retreat if they need to, and to nurse their little ones or put them down for a nap. So it so far has served a really great purpose. And these are all the little items that we've been collecting over the years and have used with our little ones. That rocking chair you see there was actually my rocking chair when I was a baby. My parents kept it all these years. And this is just a look at all the different things that I was able to find at Goodwill. I think we ended up paying $60 for everything, but that includes a chest that I haven't featured here. I'll have to add that onto this video for you to see. And these are some of the icons that we are collecting for my son's room. The first one is of his patron saint, and this is a guardian angel icon here, and another guardian angel icon. My sister found this one at St. Anthony's Monastery and gifted it to him when he was just a little baby, so it's really special. And this is the biggest and last piece that we purchased at Goodwill. When I saw this chest in the furniture section, my eyes were immediately drawn to it. I loved the warm wood tone on it. I think it'll blend really nicely with the other woods that we have going on in his bedroom. And I also thought it'd be a great way to add a little bit of extra seating in his room. He can also store keepsakes or toys and other things inside of the chest. So I thought it would be a really useful piece of furniture, and for $30, I couldn't pass it up. Tomorrow is the Feast of the Dormition of the Theotokos, so in honor of the feast, I created this print. It is the Troparion for the Feast of the Dormition of the Theotokos, and I have it up on my Etsy shop. I'll post the link below if you're interested in printing a copy for yourself. I have other prints like this on my Etsy shop. I create Orthodox based material because it's so helpful for me to see reminders around my home about what we're celebrating at that particular time of year, and it helps me to draw my attention toward things that are important, things that focus on our salvation. And it's so easy to get distracted with the cares of the world. And so when we fill our homes with things that are spiritual, it really helps to uplift our mind and to place our attention on the more important things. So once again, thank you so much for joining me on this thrift haul. I hope that you found it inspiring, and I pray that you have a blessed feast tomorrow and a wonderful week. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.